Good evening. The North Clackamas Budget Committee meeting will now come to order on Tuesday, May 27th at 6:30 p.m. All rise. Budget member Tori McVeigh will lead us in the flag salute.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yes. Tori starts giggling.
Budget member Mitzi Bauer will now read the native land acknowledgement.
Thank you. We acknowledge the land on which we sit, which we call the North Clackamas School District. It rests on the traditional and indigenous lands and village sites of the native peoples of the Kalapuya, Chinook, Malala, and Clackamas. We take this opportunity to offer gratitude for the ability to learn, work, and be a community on this land. And we offer thanks to the original caretakers of this region. We recognize the historic policies of colonization, genocide, relocation, and assimilation that affected Indigenous and Native families, both past and present, and that will affect those in the future, and honor the resilience and revitalization of our Indigenous and Native communities. We pay our respects to the elders, both past and present, who have been the stewards of this land throughout the generations.
Thank you. Our first item of business is to review the minutes from the May 13th, 2025 Budget Committee meeting. Is there any discussion on the minutes? Hearing no discussion on the minutes, Matt Macara will now respond to any Budget Committee requests. Matt?
Thank you. The one request coming out of the last meeting was for members of the Budget Committee to have the slide presentation from the last meeting provided, and that is being provided to members of the committee by email.
Are there any questions for Matt from prior requests? Hearing none, I turn it over again to Matt, who will give us the budget process recap.
Thank you. We are today meeting for the fifth and final meeting of the Budget Committee for fiscal year 25-26 budget development. We have had 3 informational meetings. The meeting where the first formal meeting where the budget message and the budget document were presented, as well as having the opportunity for public comment. Today is the meeting where the Budget Committee has the opportunity to exercise its function, which is to vote on the approval of our budget for the upcoming year.
Thank you, Matt. Are there any further questions, comments, or discussion on the budget? Hearing none, our next action is to approve the proposed budget. Is there any discussion on the proposed budget? Hearing none, I will now read the resolution to approve the budget. Resolution for budget approval for fiscal year 2025 through 2026. Whereas, be it resolved that the Budget Committee of the North Clackamas District Number 12 hereby approves the budget for the 2025-2026 fiscal year in the amount of $592,553,170. Is there a motion to approve the budget?
I move to approve the budget.
Is there a second to approve budget?
I second that.
We have a motion to approve the North Clackamas District budget for 2025 and 2026 in the aggregate amount of $592,553,170. We will now do a roll call vote. If in favor of the budget, say aye. Opposed, say no. Member Kemp?
Aye.
Member Bologna?
Aye.
Member Watcher? Absent. Member McVeigh?
Aye.
Member Way?
Aye.
Member Bauer?
Aye.
Member Dobson?
Aye.
Member Betty?
Aye.
Member Hill?
Aye.
Member Di Petriantino? She's the one. Member Pope?
Aye.
Member Woodfill?
Aye.
Member Doshi votes aye. Member O'Brien?
Aye.
The motion passes with a vote of 12 ayes to 0 noes. Our next action on the agenda is to approve the tax levy. Is there any discussion on the tax levy? Hearing none, I will now read the resolution to approve the tax levy. Declaring the tax levy for fiscal year 2025 to 2026. Whereas, be it resolved that the Budget Committee of the North Clackamas School District Number 12 hereby approve the following ad valorem property taxes to be imposed for the tax year 2025 to 2026 upon the assessed value of all taxable property within the district at the rate of $4.8701 per 1,000 of assessed value for the permanent tax rate, at the rate of $1.63 per $1,000 of assessed value for the local tax option, and in the amount of $44,969,115 for the general obligation bond principal and interest in the debt service fund. Is there a motion to approve the tax levy or the budget? I have on my script, it says budget. Okay, is there a motion to approve the tax levy?
I'll move to approve the tax levy.
Is there a second?
I can second.
Second. We have a motion to approve and a second to approve for the taxes provided in the proposed budget at the rate of $4.8701 per $1,000 of assessed value for the permanent tax rate, and at the rate of $1.63 per $1,000 of assessed value for the local tax option tax, and in the value of $44,969,115. I'm sorry, may I rephrase that? $44,969,115 for debt service on general obligations bonds. We will do a roll call vote. If in favor, say aye. Opposed, say no. Member Kemp?
Aye.
Member Bologna?
Aye.
And apologies if I mess up your names here. Member Watcher? Not here. Member McVeigh?
Aye.
Member Way? Member Bauer?
Aye.
Member Dobson?
Aye.
Member Betty?
Aye.
Member Hill?
Aye.
Member Di Petriano? Not here. Absent. Member Pope?
Aye.
Member Woodfill?
Aye.
Member Doshi votes aye. And Member O'Brien?
Aye.
The motion passes with a vote of 12 ayes to 0 nays. Matt McClara will now make some closing remarks. Matt?
Thank you, Chair. I will start with a bit of housekeeping first. Just as a reminder, Immediately following this meeting, we will have an executive session of the board, which will be followed immediately thereafter by an open session of the board. An executive session of the board is conducted behind closed doors. So I would remind anyone in attendance of this meeting who is not a participant in the executive session to exit the room after our meeting. But before that, I would like to sincerely thank everyone who has participated in this process. The Budget Committee is something that's always been special to me, as it was my introduction to the district, and also as someone who really believes very deeply about civic engagement and public service. So thank you very much. We know that your time is a resource that is precious to us all. So thank you for choosing to spend that in service to the district. So on behalf of our students, staff, and families, I would like to thank you for everything you've done. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt, and thank you to you and your staff for putting all the information together for us. You make this job a lot easier for us by having everything available and understandable. It makes it very easy to understand the budget and be able to work through a lot of the materials that we have. So thank you very much to that, especially with you, Matt, Donna, and your staff.
Thank you.
Is there any other comments before I close the session? Go ahead, Mitzi.
Thank you. I just wanted to remind people again that a little update from school funding budget that I received today was that as of the state school fund budget could be moving tomorrow. It's been scheduled to move out of Ways and Means Education Subcommittee on Wednesday, 5/28, 11.359 billion, 41 million short of the 11.4 on the co-chairs framework. So there's still time to write and be an advocate for public schools, our students, and all the needs that we have. It's tight, but because the forecast is down there, it's down everywhere as far as the CAT tax, SSF, State School Fund, CAT tax, and Measure 98. So we need the student investment account too. So we need to keep our advocacy up. So just reminding people, thank you.
Thank you, Mitzi. Any other comments? Hearing none, it is now 6:43 p.m. As there is no further business, the North Clackamas Budget Committee